Guys, welcome back. I don't know why I'm saying welcome back because I've been doing live streams before. This is my very first live stream, so super excited. It's a bit daunting. It's a whole different vibe, but I'm just gonna do like a little routine and answer some of the questions that you guys have sent in through previous comments on my other videos. So I'll just be addressing some of those while also just doing a quick routine. I'm looking a bit tired on camera, hey? Okay, anyway, so I cleanse my face and stuff in the morning. It's obviously 4 o'clock, so it's not morning anymore. But in order to like redo a routine, I use my beauty water to just refresh and like cleanse my skin. And I'm just gonna go in with my exfoliator. I'm using the Pixie Glow Tonic. So this is your glycolic acid. It's gonna help exfoliate. The reason I'm using this actually is because I think 2 videos ago, I started using the Skin Functional Retinol, the vitamin A serum. And I've been using it intermittently because I've been off retinol for a while, so I just needed to take it easy. And when I'm using retinol or retinoids, I do like to also exfoliate my skin with like a glycolic acid just to remove the flakes that might be on my skin because of the retinol. So as you know, this is actually one of the questions, so we might as well address that now. Someone asked what to expect when starting retinoids. And the thing with retinoids is they help with cell turnover on your skin. What that means is that they help just bring new skin cells to your skin, and because they do that quite intensely and also like quite quick, you can't have the nice things and the nice skin without going through like the bad things. So because it's doing the turnover quite quick, you will have some flakiness, so your older skin cells will be like coming off, peeling off, just being nasty. You can get some irritation, but it's part of it, and that's usually in like the first couple of weeks, and then your skin becomes a bit more used to it. So because of that flaking and all that stuff, that's why on my days off of the retinol, the Skin Functional Retinol, I like to use like glycolic acid just to remove those flakes and, just make it a bit smoother than the retinol is trying to do to me. But, I love a retinol. I love it. Gives you like clear skin. It's going to remove hyperpigmentation. It's just going to do the things that need to be done. It's also just, it's going to help brighten because it's really just taking away those damaged skin cells, especially like the sun damaged skin. So yeah, so do look out for irritations, and also make sure that you are using your sunscreen a lot. So you've got sunscreen here. Make sure you're using your sunscreen like religiously, because it also makes your skin more sensitive to the sun. That is why we use retinol at night, just because so that you're not in the sun and skin doesn't get like more damage and all that stuff. So I do recommend retinoids. Just be aware of those, those first couple of days where it's not all fun and games. And yeah, next question, let's see. So someone asked, this ties into what I've been saying. Someone asked about BHAs. So those are your beta hydroxy acids, another type of chemical exfoliator. So glycolic acid is your AHAs, and your BHAs, usually you'll see it in the form of salicylic acid. I love a good BHA. It's really gonna help unclog your skin, unclog your pores rather. It's good for people who have a lot of like oily skin or acne prone skin, because it really just dissolves, it enters the pores and dissolves all that like oil that's kind of, or the sebum rather, that's kind of just clogged up and just created pimples. So love a good BHA. There's so many different types like on the market now. Just look for salicylic acid. That's your main one, and that's the one that's really gonna do wonders for your skin. Okay, next in my skincare routine, I'm not gonna put on an active, but I'm gonna put on this Squalane from Kudu. So this is an oil. I'm usually not into face oils, but what I like about this one is that it is natural, it's plant derived, and it really just helps with fighting off like free radicals within the environment, so like pollution and stuff like that. It gives your skin more protection against like the elements, just smoother, more vibrant skin, and it's non-comedogenic. So what non-comedogenic means is that it's a type of oil, yes, but it's not gonna clog up your pores. A big comedogenic oil is coconut oil, and I still see, especially like on TikTok, people using coconut oil on their face, and that's just the ghetto because it's comedogenic. It's really just going to clog up your pores. Whereas a non-comedogenic like this is great. So let me just put some on. And this works well with most skin types because it is natural. And I bought this on Beauty on Tap. That's a local store. Kudu is a local brand, buy local, which is great. I actually like their brand. And you can find that, like I mentioned, ooh, this hair is getting in the way. You can find that on Beauty on Tap. Okay, tap, tap, tap. You see, it just gives like a little glow as well. Now we look like we actually have meaning in our lives, Like things are going okay. Meanwhile, it's 2020, so I don't know about that. I was actually planning on doing a face mask, but I forgot. Now I put this oil on my face. Okay, let's just put it on anyway. I mean, ideally I would have put this on before, but we're here now. This is why I was scared to do a live, because shenanigans. Speaking of, since I'm layering this wrong, let's talk about layering. Got a question about layering active ingredients, and that's kind of a tough one to answer because I kind of need to know which ingredients you do have that you want to layer. But I think let's talk about like the main ingredients that maybe I talk about a lot, and then what works well with them and what doesn't work well with them. So for example, retinoids that we were just talking about. Your retinoids, like I mentioned, with your retinoids, you're going to get side effects of like your skin being a little bit more, or not a little bit, but your skin being more dry and like flaky. So you really want to couple retinoids or vitamin A with something like your hyaluronic acid, which is going to bring in your hydration into the skin, and also make sure that you like properly moisturize, because like I mentioned, your skin will be, not even it might be, it will be drier. So really look out for those moisturizing ingredients. I don't know what is happening here. This is an extra juicy face mask. Okay. Also, if you guys have some comments now, you can just drop them. Okay. Okay, this has some fragrance. But like I mentioned before, my skin can handle fragrance. It's really not like the end of skincare. It's just been like the trend this recently, like especially like this year, last year, to like fragrance free. But I mean, it depends on your skin type. Okay, this mask is by Sephora. It is their aloe vera mask. So aloe vera usually is to help inflammation, just help, settle the skin. Hopefully it will settle our lives as well. But I think that's asking for too much. Okay, I'm just gonna keep this on while we go back to layering. Yeah, so your retinoids, you want your hyaluronic acid, and you also want ceramides. So something like this from Dr. Jart, which is a type of moisturizer that really helps lock in moisture. And then you don't want to mix your retinoids with vitamin C, because that just makes your skin like super more intolerant to the sun. Also, you don't want to mix it with benzoyl peroxide, because they literally just cancel each other out. They'll literally just cancel each other out, so you're not getting anything. And you'll find that benzoyl peroxide users are usually also acne-prone people, and you might want to try that with your retinoids to like double, combat the acne. But just choose one, because they literally cancel out each other. And then you wasted your coins, you wasted your money, and we're all mad. And also avoid using your chemical exfoliators with retinoids. So use it on alternate days, which is fine, but not in the same routine, because your skin is extra sensitive. Ooh, I know I'm speaking so fast. Okay, and trying to think of the next ingredient to maybe talk about. So now let's just say you're using your chemical exfoliators like your glycolic acid or your AHAs and BHAs. You also want to mix that in with hydrating ingredients like your hyaluronic acid. This thing is slipping and sliding. Like your hyaluronic acid, similar sort of thing. Don't mix it with retinoids. Be careful when using vitamin C and AHAs and BHAs. Don't mix them together. Don't use them in the same routine. Maybe use your vitamin C in the morning and then your exfoliators at night. Another ingredient, those are the main ones, retinoids, vitamin C. With those two and your chemical exfoliators, you really do want to make sure that you use a lot of sunscreen. I cannot say this enough, guys. Let's use sunscreen. I hope you're using sunscreen. Are you? Yes, no? Okay, cool. And then another question I got was, which South African brands are worth our coins? So, South African brands, I've been having a love-hate situation recently. It's really been a topic within the beauty community. Some of them are copycats and literally just copying like international brands in terms of their formulations. Some of them are good, but like super overpriced. Some are good, but it's not like a wide range. So we still have a long way to go in terms of like local products. I find that some of the formulations just really have a long way to go. For example, we don't get a lot of brands that have chemical exfoliators and they're still giving us these harsh, abrasive exfoliators with golf balls in them. I mean, it's 2020. But anyway, the ones that I think are worth our coins, Skin Functional, obviously you've seen me review them in a couple of videos on this channel. I like them, but the only thing is like they just do serums. So it's not the full range. It's a full range of serums. It's literally like all the active ingredients you would want. However, you kind of want a brand that might also have a moisturizer, just like the basics. So with that, then you're gonna have to like go into another brand. But we like Skin Functional as a local brand because it's also affordable and the products work. It looks nice, it feels nice, it's good. And like I mentioned, I like this brand Kudu, available on BT on tap. Really nice brand, also affordable. And then I've also used Squalane. How do I even pronounce it? Squalane. Part of me wants to say Squalane because I think that's how you pronounce it in Afrikaans, like clean Squalane. Okay, and it's nice, but it's expensive. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I struggle, which is bad. Maybe I struggle spending a lot of money on local products. But I don't know. It just feels like expenses, but not bad. But I do feel like for the products that I did try, like the vitamin C serum, the hyaluronic serum 2-in-1 thing, I feel like the Skin Functional one did a better job and is like half the price. So you decide based on that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Next, some more questions. I got a question. Someone's asking what's my take on gel cleansers. So by this, I'm assuming you mean non-foaming gel cleansers. And let's differentiate between like a non-foaming gel cleanser and then your normal water-based foam cleanser, like your normal one. The reason I actually really like gel cleansers because they tend to be a lot more mild. They don't have all these foaming agents that this cleanser might have. Also, because of that, they're not stripping, because they're more gentle, they're not stripping all the oils from our skin. Some of these cleansers, even the one I'm using right now, I just need to switch it out, but I've just been lazy. Like I said, I moved, so things are a mess. A lot of these cleansers really just slurp up our natural oils, and you still need some oils in your skin, guys. Like, I know we don't want to be oily and dripping oil, drip, but we still need some natural oils in our skin to keep it plump and, just good. But a lot of these cleansers really just do the most and do the least at the same time. And what I like about gel cleansers is a lot of the time you'll find some with like some salicylic acid, so they're also just gently exfoliating without, again, stripping you of all your natural oils. If your skin is super sensitive, I would even go to a milk cleanser. Those are like super, super gentle. The only thing with that is if you wear makeup, it's really not gonna do anything. But if your face is relatively clean, I'll go for milk cleanser if you have super, super sensitive skin. I'm just looking through the questions. So yeah, so I'm a big fan of gel cleansers. You also, other types of cleansers, you can get like a cream cleanser. You can get obviously oil cleansers, which I highly recommend if you are makeup wearing. Also, even if you're not makeup wearing, but you use your sunscreen like you should, your oil cleanser will really help remove all that additional oil from our skin without stripping our natural oils. Love an oil cleanser, really. And oil cleansers work well with most skin types, to be honest with you. They are usually quite natural, so they really just work well with everyone. So get into that. You better check out the oil cleansers. And next, I got a question about priorities for skin types. So in other words, if you have a certain skin type, like if your skin type is dry, oily, sensitive, what will you prioritize in your skincare routine? So if you have dry skin, obviously your hyaluronic acid is what you really want to put in there, and other non-stripping ingredients. So again, now you want to go into like your gel cleanser, things that really are going to strip you from the oils that you're already lacking, if that makes sense. Your skin's already dry, so you don't need something trying to take out even more. And what actually happens with that is your skin starts fighting and trying to produce more oils, and then you get like extra oily skin. So just be super careful if you do have dry skin. Make sure to moisturize. Also make sure to drink water. I know it sounds so cheesy and like old school, but it's the basics. That's your bare minimum. Just drink water. And then hyaluronic acid, also a good moisturizer. I would even say like your ceramides if you do have dry skin. Oily skin, I would say prioritize having salicylic acid in there. That was that chemical exfoliator we talked about that really clears up your clogged pores. It dissolves all that like nasty stuff in the pores. And yeah, what else? Oily skin. Yeah, make sure to use an oil-free sunscreen if you have oily skin, because a lot of sunscreens do have a lot of oil and can just make you look extra shiny and extra just juicy. Like, there's nothing wrong with being juicy, but don't be like extra juicy, like juice. And then also hydrate and moisturize well. So make sure to use a good lightweight, I'll even say a lightweight moisturizer. So something like, it's in the bottom. I don't really want to go up and like leave empty screen. But like a gel cream, your Neutrogena gel cream, your Clinique gel cream, that sort of consistency, or even just like a gel, which is even lighter. Okay, and then sensitive skin. Again, with sensitive skin, you really want to use the most gentle products out there, non-stripping ingredients, none of this witch hazel toner thing, because that's really an astringent and it's taking out too much. If you're going to use a chemical exfoliator, make sure that the percentage is very low. This is a 5% glycolic acid toner, and I would say even try go a little bit lower if your skin is sensitive. Otherwise, do get a physical exfoliator, but just make sure that the little beads are like round and not sharp, so that they're not scratching you up, tearing you up. And make sure to use sunscreen. I think with all the skin types, make sure to use sunscreen. With oily skin, I forgot to mention, don't forget that, for example, if you're going to use an oil cleanser, you can have oily skin and use an oil cleanser. It's not adding more oil, it's actually helping reduce your oils. And some ingredients like your Squalane, it's also going to help. It is an oil, but it's also going to help regulate the production of oil in your skin. Okay, let me take this off. It's drying up. With your face mask, make sure that they don't dry up on your skin, because what happens is once you start doing that, they'll end up trying to get the moisture from inside your skin out. So don't let it dry on your skin. Stick to the guidelines. Okay, let's just tap in these juices. This is essentially a serum. Tap, tap, tap. Do I like this or no? I don't know, we'll see. It does feel like my skin did just like calm down a bit. Okay, next step, moisturizer. This is the Dr. Jart ceramidin. So it's got ceramides. Let's put this on. So your ceramides are lipids, and they're gonna help like retain moisture into the skin, also fill in like any cracks in the skin we might have, just repair those. It's really been like my favorite moisturizer lately. Tap, tap, tap. Skin looking juicy. Okay. And next step, and I'm also gonna answer some questions, will be sunscreen. So I've got 2 right now here. I've been using this one lately, and this is the Demolan Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. This is by Stuff. It's very random. Found it in Dischem, and I've mentioned it on this channel before. And this is SPF 40, but this is a mineral sunscreen. So this is a physical sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen. Just a quick recap. Your chemical sunscreen is going to take in the UV rays and change them into heat. So it converts the UV rays. Whereas your mineral sunscreen, it really bounces off. The UV rays come and they bounce off. So it's almost like a blocker. That's why your physical sunscreens tend to be a lot thicker, and that's why they have that white cast, because they're also like natural. This was the question that I got a lot, was to do with mineral sunscreens that don't leave a white cast. And to be honest and very like frank, it's very hard to find one that doesn't leave a white cast onto your skin. What I'm going to do is put this one this side, this one this side. Even this one, to be honest, this is a chemical one, but it also just leaves some things. It's not like the most invisible. It's just part of it. The best solution would be, if you have to use a mineral sunscreen, let's start with the chemical. If you have to use a mineral sunscreen, would be try get a tinted one. That does help with the appearance of that white cast. It's not as out here. Also, with your mineral sunscreen, you want one with, the ingredients you should look out for are zinc oxide, titanium dioxide. This one has both. And your zinc oxide is really the best UV filter for your physical sunscreen. But anyway, okay, so on this side we're putting Demolan. It's super affordable. It's also a local product. I've been using it. I don't mind it. See, it's going in. I don't know if you guys can see, but there will be a little bit of like white residue. Okay, so that's that side. And then on the left side, we're going to use this one so you guys can see the difference. If you're pregnant or if your skin's super sensitive, it is best to use a mineral sunscreen, but I do know like the white residue is a problem. The white cast, sorry, is a problem. But, you just have to rub it in more and figure out a way. Okay, so I actually like this one. It's super cheap and it's not as bad in terms of the white cast like some other mineral sunscreens. Other brands to mention would be, if you are based like in the States, would be Supergoop Matte Screen. Love a Supergoop sunscreen. I just need like the borders to open so I can re-up on my Supergoop. And also available locally everywhere is La Roche-Posay and Thelios Ultralight Mineral Sunscreen. That's another mineral sunscreen that's available in Dischem. That one is nice because sometimes you can find a tinted version, which makes it a bit better, makes the appearance a lot better. And another mineral one is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF 50. Ren is also available in South Africa. You can even order online and they deliver quite quick. So yeah, so unfortunately, there's even the best mineral sunscreen will have some white cast. It's just about, what do you want to prioritize? Like your face looking a bit whitish or like just healthy skin? I'll take the healthy skin and wear some foundation on top. You can figure it out. You can make it work. And yeah, so that's my routine. I'm trying to see if there are more questions that I might have missed. Those are the main ones. Yeah. So those are main questions. I hope I addressed most of your questions. Some of them, like someone asked about the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair serum. That I'll need to kind of think about a lot more, because do a lot more research before I just get up on a live and speak about it. But yeah, these are the main questions that I get a lot of. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you're into this live thing. I thought, let me try something new, something fresh, something more engaging. You guys can see the behind the scenes of recording. It is a lot weird because now I can't like be like, cut this out, cut this out. I don't want this in there. So it's a new adventure for all of us. Also, speaking about adventures, I went skydiving yesterday, and my gut and my soul are still in the sky. But that's for another story time. Yeah, that's for another time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in my next video. Bye.